This is part of the notion of the responsibility to protect doctrine, which we submit applies on the facts of this case. This is because a minimum threshold of humanitarian catastrophe was taking place in Alicante, and that in addition there was a manifest failure on behalf of the government of Alicante.
It's kind of a circular argument. If it's humanitarian, 2-4 doesn't count because it's only a temporary presence.
Your Excellency, it is our submission that the responsibility to protect doctrine operates within the framework of Article 2.4 of the United Nations Charter, which states that the use of force is prohibited where it is against the aims and purposes of the United Nations, and it is submitted that responsibility to protect is consistent with the aims and purposes of the United Nations.
Is that really what Article 2.4 says? The use of force is prohibited when it goes against the aims and purposes?
Your Excellency, specifically it says that...
What does it say before?
It states that the use of force is prohibited against the territorial integrity or political independence of another state, and also... Or otherwise in any manner inconsistent with the aims and purposes of the United Nations. And it is submitted that the responsibility to protect doctrine can be interpreted within the ambit of Article 2.4 of the United Nations Charter, and therefore does not constitute a...
But what about the political independence part of that?
Your Excellency, we would submit that there's been no violation of the political independence of Alicante for the reason that the objectives of the Revisian troops were not to overthrow the government of Alicante or in any way to harm the government of Alicante. In fact, the objectives were to assist the government of Alicante in its protection of its civilians.